Swifties, it's officially here, Miss Americana, Taylor Swift's newest documentary on Netflix, and I just finished watching it literally just right now, and I cannot stop thinking about it. This documentary was every single thing that we needed, that we wanted. It was just, I have so many emotions and so many different feelings about it that it was so hard to even just write a simple tweet talking about how I felt during Miss Americana. So guys, I'm just gonna break it up. We're gonna go into different topics and just kind of discuss it as it goes, because I just feel like there's so much to say and I don't even know where to begin. And all I know is that after watching Miss Americana, I just feel like running and like giving Taylor this big hug. I cried, I got emotional like within a few minutes into the documentary, and I also just feel really inspired and really motivated myself to like keep pushing forward just the way that Taylor Swift does. But let's go ahead and talk about Miss Americana. The part that got me, honestly, was all the different clips of her throughout the eras in her concerts, and you know, she's just standing there and she's getting like all of this applause. Oh my god, guys, that part alone, just that little like scenes, those little scenes with just her like hearing everybody clap, that was everything. And we got behind the scenes footage of the Reputation Stadium tour. Okay, sorry for that ugly sound, but guys, okay, so first of all, the Rep tour is everything. The Rep era, the Reputation album is everything. You know, it took me a really long time to make this decision, but for the longest time and in my past videos, multiple videos, I have said that Speak Now is my favorite album, it's my favorite album, it's my favorite album, and I just couldn't let that go. But for years, since Reputation came out, I was kind of like denying that to myself. I was denying the truth, and the truth is that Reputation is my favorite Taylor Swift album. And so seeing the part alone where Taylor Swift is going up on the stage, and you know, she's standing there, and we get this behind the scenes shot where she comes out and she goes into the crowd and the crowd just screams out for her. Oh my god, I loved that scene so much. So I was just happy that we got some Reputation footage. But let's talk about the part where she gets told that she isn't nominated for a Grammy for Reputation. Guys, when she was told this on the phone, I have never been afraid of Taylor. But her determination, like for a split second, we saw sadness in her eyes, right? When she's told this news. But then she just says, I'm gonna make a better record. And I'm thinking, oh my god, Taylor, like, oh my god, I can't even put it into words, guys. So Taylor is told this horrific news that like, if I'm sure me and you, we find this out, hey, our album wasn't nominated for a Grammy, we'd be devastated, right? I would cry, I would feel awful. But Taylor, she just goes and she just says, I'm gonna make a better album, and she's so focused and she's so determined, and it does just not break her focus. I thought Taylor was scary in this moment, but like a good kind of scary. It was just so like inspiring to see how she bounces back from a news like that. Like, she just goes out there and she just does what she wants. And guys, I was just so, I loved that part. Not because like it, you know, it was sad and all that, you know, I think Reputation deserves all the awards in the whole wide world, but the point is that like she bounced back from that, and look at that, we got Lover. Now, I don't know about you guys, but one of the things that I've always imagined in my head, or tried to imagine in my head, is Taylor making all of these decisions. You know, she talks about what an incredible team she's had, and she talks about that, right? But I've always wanted to know, like, I wonder what Taylor Swift is like when she goes into these meetings and, you know, she says, like, this is what's gonna happen, this is what's gonna go down. And guys, we gotta look into that. I thought that was such a cool aspect of this documentary, was getting a look at Taylor Swift's business meeting where she shows all of 13 management, and you know, she's sitting at this table like this head honcho that she is, and she's going out there, she's basically saying, yeah, this album's gonna have tons of songs, blah blah blah, and you know, they have their little meeting. I thought that was fantastic. fantastic. Getting like an insight into what all of the behind the scenes and how the planning goes down, I just think is incredible, because Taylor's team has pulled off incredible things, like whether it comes from marketing, concerts, merchandise, how they promote the album, and everything else that she does. So I just thought this was so cool to get a behind the scenes look at how these decisions are made. And we did see that later on in the documentary, where she also, you know, with the Marsha Blackburn post, you know, that was pretty cool too, because we got to see them go back and forth, but I'll get to that later. Then they go into the Kanye West VMAs thing. Guys, one of the things about me that you should know is that when I saw this happen to Taylor, I was so angry that I never watched that clip again. I will tell you that since it happened, I have not watched that clip again, because it just pisses me off. Like, it makes me so angry. And I've seen the pictures, obviously, but I did not, and I refuse to see the clips. So it's been years since I've seen that clip, because I didn't want to see it. And so seeing it in the documentary, I was so nervous, like, just watching it. And, oh, like, it just makes me so mad, like so mad, especially the part where Taylor Swift says that she thought the people were booing her. And when you're watching this and you put yourself in her shoes and you just see her standing there and, you know, you see the shot of everybody booing, honestly, you can see why she would think that. And for her to feel that, like, can you imagine just standing in a platform with the whole world watching you and people booing and thinking that those aren't meant for you? Guys, I can't even, like, fathom that, okay? That is just a feeling, an emotion that must have been out of this world. And what broke my heart, too, was the part afterwards where she's being interviewed by all of the media. And, you know, she has a million microphones in front of her face, and she's talking about what happened to her. And then on the corner, you can see the news recapping what just happened to her. And I'm thinking, how insane is that? Like, something crazy happened to you. You're barely even processing that, and people are already asking you 1 million questions. People are talking about it on the news, and you're just there trying to process it all. I can't even talk. That should tell you everything. So just kind of like really seeing that, oh God, I think it was definitely needed for this documentary. And again, another good call by Lana Wilson to include this, because it like triggered me. Oh, and then the part where all of these media people on The View and Fox News and whoever else, and they're talking about Taylor Swift, saying that she's annoying and she's so skinny. And I'm like, this is disgusting. What makes it worse is that a lot of those comments were from women, guys. From women. And that makes me so upset. Like, you as a girl, as a woman, we all have issues, guys. I know that I look at my body and I judge myself. I know that I judge myself based on everything. Every aspect of my life, I've judged myself. So I cannot understand why those women would go out there and then say these things about Taylor, when I know for a fact that they judge themselves too. I'm sure they critique themselves. I'm sure those anchors that were on the news, I'm sure they look at their bodies and they wish that they could fix things, and I know that they see their flaws and they wish they could fix them. So imagine having someone point those flaws out in front of the whole wide world and just like, but here's the thing though, is that people feel okay doing that because it's not them, or because they just see these people so high up there that, you know, yeah, Taylor Swift has everything. She has everything, and so many people do. But now, like, you know, seeing that, like, it just makes me upset that, like, they would think it's okay to say all of those things about her. And for no reason at all. Like, that one woman who was just like, there's annoying females in the world, and yeah, she's annoying. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. But I get it. You're not gonna like everyone in this world. You're not gonna like everybody. That's just the way things are. But the fact that people have to find a reason or think they found a reason to hate somebody is just insane. And it made me so mad seeing this part in the documentary. I was so triggered, guys. I'm triggered right now, honestly. Like, I can't even think of my thoughts, okay? That's how triggered I am about that part. Let's move on before flames start coming out of my head. A quick mention is the part where she wins Album of the Year for 1989. There is a line where she says, shouldn't I have someone I can call right now? Basically, Taylor is talking about how she's on top of the mountain. She's got everything that she wants. but it's somewhat lonely at the top, and she doesn't have anyone to call and talk about that. That part got me, guys. I just felt, holy dang, like, you know, we all love her, right? She has all these fans and all of that stuff, but for her herself at this point in time, she was lonely, and oh, that part just broke my heart. Random clips that I loved. Taylor Swift putting a chip in her burrito, and the fact that her airplane seat says number 13. The number 13 is on her airplane seat. Now, I love that because that is so extra, and I love it. In this documentary, we also heard Taylor Swift's mom, Andrea, talk about her cancer. Guys, I don't know what to say about that. I just know that, like, seeing the relationship between Taylor Swift and her mom, we've been seeing it for years, but, like, just to know that she's going through that on top of everything else is just, oh, I don't even know. I have no comments on this one, guys. I don't know what to say. I don't have the right words. I just know that this is the most look that we've had into that very personal, private aspect of Taylor Swift and her family. I just want to send good vibes to Andrea. Honestly, I just want to send her good vibes and, like, really, really hope that she gets out of this and, you know, she just, like, rises above. And I don't know, guys. I don't have the right words. And another random note, Taylor Swift has the prettiest kitchen I've ever seen. It looks like a romantic cave. I don't even know if that's the right words or anything to describe it, but guys, when I get my own place and my own kitchen, I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna screenshot all of those pictures of Taylor Swift's kitchen, and I'm gonna try to make it like that. I don't cook, but dang, I would if I had that kitchen. Oh, I also love the fact that she had English chairs. Did you guys see the chairs with the flags on it? Then there's the part where they talk about why Taylor Swift disappeared prior to the Reputation album. Guys, oh, there are so many things about this that just drove me nuts. I mentioned earlier about the things the media was saying about her. But now we need to talk about the whole phone call, the Kanye West thing, and the... guys, oof. Okay, so there's this scene where Kanye West is at his concert, and how disgusting was this? We were listening to his fans chant F Taylor Swift, F Taylor Swift. What is that, guys? That is so gross. Can you imagine going to a Taylor Swift concert and saying F Kanye West? Guys, that is just another level of low that you have to be a horrible, disgusting, gross person to even get to that level. I'm sorry, but this was so wrong, and so these men and all these people that were at his concert, I don't even know who, I don't understand why they hate Taylor Swift so much, honestly. I just think that they hate her either because she's a woman, or because she's white, and because she's powerful and she's talented and she has the whole world at her feet. To be honest, those are the reasons why they hate her, and, like, it's laughable, really. It's laughable because that one clip, I just kept thinking, like, scum, scum, scum of the earth, and that's it. And then there's the scene where they show Taylor Swift saying that it just gets loud sometimes, and she's crying and she's talking to her team about, you know, not being able to handle all of this, and, like, that's something that we've, like, rarely seen from Taylor. We talked about this earlier. She gets told this bad news. What does she say? I'm gonna make a better album, and she goes from there. But I think that there's only so much that a person can take, and seeing Taylor get emotional about all of this, see them running to each other, oh God, guys, that part was perfect. So the part where she comes out of her tour and she's tired and she's walking, she's like, yeah, that was awesome, I feel great. And then I guess she sees Joe and she, like, runs to him and she's just so happy, guys. Like, that is everything. Honestly, like, I am so happy for her, and I'm so happy for her and Joe that I love the fact that they're keeping their relationship private. We don't need to know everything. Let them have their moments. You know, I just feel like so much of her life is out there. Like, hey, why not have this private thing? And then the part where she talks about how, like, you know, they were happy, just the two of them. Oh, that was perfect, guys. And then we see them making a Reputation. Just seeing her sing all these songs and writing them. And the part where she sings Call It What You Want. Oh, this was perfect. I love this part of the documentary. Overall, I love this documentary. It was a wild roller coaster, and what was cool about it is that, you know, we see Taylor Swift, we see these pictures of her, we see her public self, but, like, in this documentary, we're seeing the other side. You know, we see Taylor on stage performing, but now we're seeing the part where she's backstage and she's getting ready and she's putting her game face on and, you know, she's practicing or whatever. I love that part. I love the part where she's just, it's cool to see that she's this regular girl living her life, trying to figure stuff out, and she's talking with her mom and her team and all of that, but then she walks out and she's in front of all the cameras and she's just being calm, cool, and collected. And I love those two like contrasting differences where we see Taylor at one point just talking about how she can't breathe in this dress, and then the next thing you know, she's out there and she's doing her thing. I love that because, you know, now we're seeing like a different side of that. There's the part where she comes out of her New York City apartment and she's wearing her white shirt and her denim shorts, and she gets into the car. Guys, I remember seeing those pictures on social media. I remember seeing Taylor getting out of her car, but now we got more context to that. We see Taylor getting in her car. She talks about her body image issues that she was going through and not eating and all of that, which breaks my heart, but I'm so happy that she rose above that because I think that even alone will inspire so many girls, or because boys and girls do go through this, so boys and girls that go through self-body image issues and all of that. So it's just like really interesting to sort of see this like expanded version of Taylor. Like it just got expanded. Like everything that we already know about her through her lyrics and through her interviews was honestly just expanded in this documentary, and I just thought it was great. And one of the things that I couldn't stop thinking about towards the end was, man, she went through the sexual assault trial. She, you know, her mom has cancer, all of these things, right? And then, man, we still haven't even, there's still, I mean, we knew this wasn't going to be part of the documentary, but just knowing that right after all of this comes the Scooter Braun drama and the Scott Borchetta drama and all of this drama, it's just like, man, give Taylor a break, please. So it was just crazy. I was already thinking, man, part 2 of this documentary, whatever. This was nice, guys. Honestly, I really enjoyed this documentary. I thought it was wonderful. I really love seeing Taylor, this up-close look with her, and she's just so precious. Protect Taylor Swift at all costs, please. I loved it. I'm rambling. Guys, I did this unscripted. I just had tons of like little notes that I wrote down on my computer as I was watching the documentary. I kept pausing and, you know, writing little stuff down. So I just kind of wanted to do this as like an actual reaction to you guys, an actual review of the documentary. And I also want to say that, so I just watched it this morning, and then tonight I'm going to go watch it in theater. So I'm going to watch it a second time today because, you know, that's what we got to do. Oh, and also Only the Young, guys. Make sure you are streaming it on Spotify. Get it on iTunes. There's also new merch out on the website, the whole deal. Guys, let me know what you thought about this documentary in the comment section below. If you like this video, you like this random review, give it a like. Sorry I talk so much, but I know Swifties will appreciate it. And lastly, subscribe to the channel if you guys haven't already. Subscribe, give it some love, come back. I'll be posting lots of videos. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye!